All right, guys, welcome back to the Kirby's Barbecue YouTube channel. Number one, I want to say thank you so much for everyone's support on my videos, especially the last video. You guys really blew that up, and I appreciate it. For those of you who are not subscribed to the channel or are new to the channel, my name is Sean. I'm the owner of Kirby's Barbecue here in Texas, and this YouTube channel is about my journey opening a restaurant, building a restaurant business, and showing you guys how to do the exact same thing. So, guys, it is Saturday afternoon. Okay, we just finished cleaning up the restaurant. We have been selling barbecue yesterday as well as today, and we'll be back tomorrow to sell more barbecue. Okay, but guys, I think there was a little bit of a misunderstanding with my last video, and I partially want to apologize for that because that's probably my fault. But I also want to talk to a couple people who commented because there was some misunderstanding. Okay, just because I said rent's due and we haven't made any money yet doesn't mean that I don't have the money in the bank to pay the rent. I had a couple people reach out wanting to actually help out and pay for it, and I turned them down. I said, hey, no, that's not what that video was about. The video was not about asking you guys for money. I'm never gonna do that. The only way I'm gonna ask you for money is if you come and eat my barbecue. That's it, okay? That's not what that video was about. And then I had a couple people, who were interested, who were saying, well, you can't just open and expect people to come. You got to do marketing. And they said it kind of rudely. And guys, I know that, all right? If you don't know, if you're new to the channel, I ran restaurants for almost a decade, okay? I was a managing partner for these restaurants, so I had partial ownership in them, and they were doing between $1 and $2 million a year. So I know how to run a restaurant. I know what marketing to do. I know what is involved with doing it, okay? So it's not that I just opened a restaurant and thought, hey, people are just gonna magically come. That's not what it was. The context of the video, and like I said, is probably my fault, okay, for not laying it out the correct way. But what I was saying was we had been in the location for a full month and we weren't able to get open yet because of permits and things like that. And we're operating in the parking lot on a temporary permit and so on and so forth. And so what I was saying was we haven't been able to formally open the restaurant for dine-in and all that good stuff. And we've been in the building for a month, so rent's due. So the title, I wasn't trying to be clickbaity or anything like that. My whole goal was just kind of to share what I was going through about how, hey, look, when you open a restaurant, because some of you guys are going to go through the same thing, and I want you to be prepared for when you start renting a building. That building, you may go into it thinking it has everything that you need to open your restaurant, but depending on your concept, it may require some more work for the health department, the fire marshal, so on and so forth to approve and or for your use, okay? And so it takes time to get some of that stuff, and you can't always open, right away when you rent a space. It's going to depend on what you're renting and what it was before and what your concept is, okay? And so all I was trying to say in that video was kind of share my emotions, share what I was going through, because this channel is about sharing my experience so you guys can learn from it if this is something that you're wanting to do in the future. And so my whole thing was, hey, look, we aren't making money yet. We need to start making some money. And so what we decided to do was we decided to start doing pop-ups in the parking lot of the restaurant, similar to what we were doing for the last 4 to 6 months before we got this space, okay? And so that was the deal, guys. That was the deal. All right, with that said, the last 2 days have been great. They've been awesome. They haven't been, crazy like everyone would hope, right? But like one of the commenters said, he was correct. You can't just open a restaurant or do a pop-up and expect everyone to come through when you haven't done the proper marketing. So we are doing all the proper marketing we need to coming up. It's in the works. It's being planned. It's being paid for. It's happening. Okay, word of mouth. We served a lot of people over the last 2 days. Everybody loved the food. We've gotten great feedback. Okay, and they're spreading the word. We're doing other things. We're posting on social media. We're reaching out to the police department, fire station, so on and so forth. So we are working to do what we got to do to make this thing successful. Okay. Now, the last 2 days have been good. Not as busy as some of our previous pop-ups at different locations, but that's just because where we're at right now, there hasn't been anything here for a while. People aren't used to us being here, but a lot of traffic has gone by in the last 2 days, and we've served a lot of people, and every time I see cars go by, they're turning their heads, trying to see what we're doing. And so I think that's going to pay dividends tomorrow and going into next week and next weekend when we come back out, because people are going to look and they're going to say, hey, they were there last week and I wanted to stop by, but I had lunch plans, or I had dinner plans, or we had to go to the soccer game. But hey, right now we're free and they're out there, so let's go check them out. So it's consistency. The more consistently we're here, the busier we're going to be. But going back to the rents due, and we haven't made $1 yet, guys, that's why this is a lesson, right? That if you're going to do something like this, you need to have money in the bank. You need to have an emergency fund. You need to have cash reserves specifically for the business, so that when stuff like this happens, delays happen, it doesn't ruin your business. You can just pay it, chalk it up to the game, get creative, and keep it moving, okay? And we have that. We've done that, okay? So once again, probably my fault, but I'm sorry for the confusion of that last video. It wasn't me asking for money. It wasn't anything like that. It wasn't complaining or whining, so on and so forth. That was not my intention, guys. Not at all. But hopefully you guys got something from this video and I was able to clear some things up. I'm going to be posting another video on exactly how to run a pop-up, because we've had a lot of comments wanting that. So that video is going to come out in the next few days. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Subscribe, like, leave a comment, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks.